Hello, welcome to our Wednesday webinar. Today you're going to see how to plan a children's room furniture consisting of a shelf, a desk and a cupboard like you see here. Yeah, and we will go from the default cabinet to the well done children's room. All right, first of all, we click on the eye and we turn on the smart clicks and we turn off the room. So, and we click on File and start a new project. So, first of all, here in this case, I already prepared the room, but if you want to change the dimension of the room, you can click on the dimension and then here in the bottom left corner, you see the windows opening. Here we can type in the room depth left. So we type here in 2000, confirming it with enter. And the same for the room height or the length of the room. So in this case, we can keep it like this and we can continue with our first cabinet. And our first cabinet will be the shelf. And also it's important to plan from the left side to the right side. And here in our case, the height of our shelf is 1200 and it has a distance from the bottom of 1500. Therefore, we click here on the smart click for the cabinet and we change here the distance to bottom from 0 to 1500, confirming it with enter. And here we are. Here you see we still have plinths beneath the cabinet. Therefore, we click on the drop-down menu for beneath cabinet and we say we don't want to have a plinth. And then the plinth is disappearing. And then we change the depth of the cabinet. Yeah, here we have 350 millimeter, confirming it with enter. And the length, the width of the cabinet is 2400 millimeter. And now we are done with the base of the shelf. Yeah, we don't have here any trim, so that's why we go to the division tab, and here we divide this cabinet with a horizontal, and here on the bottom area with one more horizontal. Yeah, here we have our open area, and on the top we have here two verticals, and in the bottom area we have two verticals, and in the middle area we have three verticals. Yeah. Sometimes you see here in the preview which area is catched, and like you see here, there's a program doesn't catch this area. Then you can also go on a green smart click. And now the middle area is highlighted, and here we drop it, and then we also have our verticals in here. All right. Yeah, they are automatically related in relation one to each other. In this case, it's fine. We want to have it like this. Otherwise, you can change it if you click here on the dimension, or also if you click here on the smart click. If you click here, you can change the width of this area. But we keep it like this, and We go to the interior tab and we add here an adjustable shelf on the top areas. Here on the left, middle and right area. And then we go to the front tab and here we want to have a right door and we drag and drop the right door over this area. And then we are basically done with our first cabinet, but we want to change the material for the horizontals and verticals. That's why we go to the material tab and here we choose this material, yeah, and we activate all parts of the group, because if we don't want to do it, yeah, you see, if I drag and drop here a material over the right side, you see just the right side is changed, or when I drag and drop it over a vertical, yeah, then the verticals are set it to one block. Yeah, then the block is changed. If we activate all parts of the groups, then all horizontals and verticals are getting changed, and we just need one drag and drop action. Yeah, and for the back panel, we're doing the same. All right, now our first cabinet is well done, and we continuing with the second one, and therefore we go back to the cabinet tab. We click on the drop-down menu for the cabinet, and here we enter the width of the cabinet is 2400. The height is 800. 800, and the depth is 600, and the distance to the left is 2400, and then we drag it and drop it here on the middle wall. Here it's important that the mouse is exactly on the middle wall. So then we have here our cabinet, and here we do have on top a cover panel. So we are activating it. Yeah, here you see the cover panel. It does has overlap to the front of 20. That is all right. And we want to have also overlap to the left side of 2400. Yeah, because it's should be also our desk. All right. If we have this, we want to have here on the left side, visible side. Later on, we change the material. Yeah, and here the overlap to the front should be the same. So if we have here 21, we also should do this on the cover panel. And on the left side, we want to have a trim on the right side, excuse me. So here we want to have a trim. And here we can define the width of the trim. I change it to 35. And here the offset. Yeah, I typed in here 20 minus 21, and then it's on the same level. All right. Then we set it up our cabinet. We can go to the division tab, and here we do want to have two verticals And on the right area, we want to have two adjustable shelves. This area should be open, and the other ones, therefore we go on the front tab. Here we want to have 3 drawers, and we drag it and drop it in the area. And the drawers should be related in relation 1-to-1 to each other. So the material we change later on. And now we are also done with our second cabinet. So then we continue with the last one, and therefore we go back to the cabinet tab, and the last cabinet has the same width and the same depth. Distance left is also right. Distance bottom we could put in 800. Yeah, but we can also snap it on a snap point here. So in this case, if we snap it, we can leave it to 0, but we need to change here the height to 2200. And then we drag it and drop it on here. And here's our cabinet. So here we neither need plinth. So we say here we want to have no plinth. So on the right side, we want to have a trim. And we want to have the same width of the trim, 35, and offset is also minus 21. So on the top, we want to have trim on the top. And here we want to also have a plinth with a height of 35. And that should be also 21. So, and on the right side, we want to have a visible side as well. So we activate it on here. All right. Yeah, if we have done this, we can go to the division tab, and here we do want to have 2 verticals as well. And if we go to the interior tab, we can have here 3 shelves, 4 shelves, and 4 shelves. And then we go to the front tab, and here we want to have 1 right door for every area. So now we are almost done. We just need to adjust materials. So, and therefore we go back to the material tab, and here we activated all parts of the group for all cabinets. If we activate here the checkbox, all cabinets, then you see the windows opening where all cabinets are appear in the column. And here we can, if, if there's one cabinet where we don't want to have this material change, we can take off the checkbox. Yeah, but in this case, we want to keep it like this. We close this, and then we drag and drop this material to the cover panel, and all parts of the group that means it's for all. Excuse me. Uh, Here this is all right for the cover panel, but here for the visible side, we want to have a white one. So here we need to take off the checkbox, and we are looking here for the white one and drag it and drop it over the visible side. So, and here over the draw fronts as well. So I'm just checking. So now it's worked. All right. And now we click on the eye and change the rendered view, and we turn off the smart clicks. And if we want, we can turn on the room. And now we are well done. Yeah, if we want, we can here also, if we go to the room tab, we can add here a door. Yeah, we can here change the distance to the left, can change the height and the width of the door, and just drag it and drop it on the wall where we want to have it. And if we go on the material tab, we can also change here the texture for the door. All right. So if we want, we can also click on the eye again, and we can draw the project with open fronts. If we click here again, then the fronts, the doors are visible, and if we click again, then also the drawer fronts are visible, and we click it. If we click here again, then they are closed again. And if we click here on the top right corner on data export, we can also open our cutting list. Yeah, it's now it's getting calculated, and it takes a few seconds. So they just drag and drop the zoom menu bar on the top, and here we can change the layout. All right, and now we are well done. Yeah, if we want to change, if you want to save the cutting list, you just click on Export ASCII, and you can save it as a CSV file and open it in Excel or other program and print it. All right, that is it for today. I wish you all the best, and See you next time. Bye bye.